What if luxury wasn't just about money, but about meaning, about legacy, about what we leave behind when the glamour fades? What if the most glamorous place in the world could also be a place that quietly gives back in ways that most people never notice at first glance? Today, we are taking you deeper into a world where gold lights reflect on the sea, where cars move like whispers through narrow streets, and where elegance meets purpose in ways that are slowly reshaping the idea of modern luxury. Welcome to Monte-Carlo. Yes, Monte-Carlo. A place known across the world for luxury, casinos, yachts, and fast cars. A place that has long symbolized wealth at its most visible form. But behind all that shine, behind the polished surfaces and camera flashes, there is a growing idea that is changing everything. Luxury, for good. Now tell me something. When you hear the word luxury, what comes to your mind first? Expensive watches? Giant hotels? Private jets? Designer clothes? Or maybe a lifestyle that feels distant, almost separate from everyday life? For decades, luxury has been defined by exclusivity. The fewer people who can access it, the more valuable it becomes. But that definition is starting to shift. Slowly, almost quietly, something new is being added to it. A question that didn't used to matter, but now does. Can luxury also help the world become better? Let's step into Monte-Carlo and find out. Monte-Carlo, inside the tiny but powerful country of Monaco, is often seen as a playground for the rich. The streets are spotless. The architecture is refined and carefully maintained. The harbour is filled with yachts that look like floating hotels. Everything feels intentional, almost cinematic. But what most people don't see is a subtle transformation happening beneath the surface. A shift toward responsibility. A shift toward awareness. A shift toward luxury for good. So what does that actually mean? It means luxury is no longer only about beauty, comfort, or status. It is also beginning to include impact. Impact on the planet. Impact on people. Impact on future generations who will inherit the consequences of today's choices. Imagine walking through a luxury gala in Monte-Carlo. The dresses are breathtaking, crafted with precision. The jewelry catches light like stars. The atmosphere feels almost unreal. But at the same time, something else is happening quietly in the background. Funds are being raised for ocean conservation. Donations are being directed toward children's education programs. Partnerships are being formed to support climate research and renewable energy projects. On the surface, it looks like glamour. But underneath, it is something more layered, something more intentional. And that is where the idea starts to feel different. But why now? The truth is, the world itself is changing. Awareness is spreading faster than ever before. People who enjoy luxury today are also asking deeper questions than previous generations did. They don't just want something expensive. They want something aligned with their values. Something that feels meaningful beyond ownership. And Monte-Carlo has become one of the places where this shift is most visible. Here, high-end fashion shows are increasingly connected with sustainability campaigns. Exclusive events often include charitable partnerships. Luxury is not being replaced, it is being redefined. Think about a yacht event on the Mediterranean. From a distance, it looks like pure indulgence. Endless blue water, polished decks, music drifting across the waves. But inside, conversations are happening about marine ecosystems, coral reef protection, and plastic pollution in oceans. Donations are being pledged, new environmental initiatives are being launched, and suddenly, luxury starts to feel different. Not just indulgent, but influential. Not just private, but connected. But let's pause here and ask something important. Does this really change anything? Can one event, one campaign, or even one luxury brand truly make a difference in a world as large and complex as this? The answer is not simple. Real change is rarely instant. But influence works in patterns, not moments. And Monte-Carlo is a place where influence is concentrated. When people with visibility and resources choose to support a cause, attention follows. And where attention goes, momentum often builds. Now imagine a luxury fashion house in Monte-Carlo presenting a new collection. The designs are stunning, but the message goes beyond aesthetics. The brand highlights sustainable fabrics, ethical labor practices, and efforts to reduce environmental waste across its supply chain. For some people in the audience, it may just be another fashion show, but for others, it becomes a shift in perspective, a realization that beauty and responsibility can coexist. Or imagine a luxury hotel overlooking the coastline. It still offers world-class service, exceptional comfort, and unforgettable views. But behind the scenes, it is reducing single-use plastics, sourcing food locally, investing in solar energy, and supporting nearby communities. Guests may not notice every detail, but collectively, those decisions matter. This is not a distant future anymore. It is already unfolding. Luxury is slowly evolving from having more to doing more. And here is something even more interesting. The people who participate in luxury spaces often have the ability to influence industries, markets, and cultural trends. Their choices ripple outward in ways that are not always visible immediately, but become significant over time. But let's bring this closer to everyday reality. Have you ever thought about what exists behind a luxury lifestyle? The transportation footprint, the materials used, the waste produced. For a long time, these aspects were invisible in the conversation. They were background details, not central concerns. Now they are becoming central. And Monte-Carlo, because of its global visibility, has become a stage where these conversations are not only happening, but being observed by the world. But enjoyment does not have to exist in isolation from responsibility. What if both could exist together? What if a yacht journey could also contribute to ocean restoration? What if a luxury stay could help fund clean water access in underserved regions? What if travel, fashion, and hospitality could become tools for positive impact rather than just consumption? That is the idea behind luxury for good. And Monte-Carlo is becoming one of the places where that idea feels less theoretical and more visible. Even small changes in this world can have amplified effects. When one influential brand adopts sustainable practices, others often take notice. When one major event integrates charitable goals, similar events begin to follow. Change spreads not through force, but through imitation and inspiration, like ripples expanding across water. Now imagine the future for a moment. Picture Monte-Carlo 20 years from now. The same elegance, the same coastline, the same architectural beauty. But now, everything runs differently beneath the surface. Events are designed to produce minimal waste. Buildings are powered by clean energy. Tourism is structured around sustainability. Fashion is built on circular systems where materials are reused and reimagined. Technology is used not just for convenience, but for conservation. But let's come back to you for a moment. Who made this? What does it support? What kind of future does it contribute to? Even simple questions like these can reshape how we see consumption, value, and responsibility. And over time, those shifts in thinking add up to something larger than we expect. Now, as we come toward the end of this journey, let's return to where we began. Luxury and meaning. Monte-Carlo shows us something quietly powerful. That beauty and responsibility are not opposites competing for space. They can exist together. They can strengthen each other. And when they do, they create something new. A version of luxury that does not only shine in the light, but also stands for something beyond itself. So the next time you hear about Monte-Carlo, don't only picture casinos, yachts, or glittering nightlife. Think also of something quieter, something evolving, a place where influence, awareness, and responsibility are slowly being woven into the fabric of luxury itself. If you enjoyed this journey into Monte-Carlo and the idea of luxury for good, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really helps bring more stories like this to life. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and keep looking at the world a little differently.